Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you 5 email marketing tips that you can use to save money, get more traffic, and get more sales from your list. So with GetResponse, that's what I'm going to use for this video. You can use Aweber, you can use Infusionsoft, MailChimp, whatever email marketing service you want. They're all going to have very similar tools. I just prefer GetResponse right now. But if you go to GetResponse, for instance, they have things like list hygiene and ways for you to segment the list. So you can usually do that with any of the major email marketing tools. But one thing you want to do is make sure that you get rid of the people who are not clicking your emails because they are just costing you money. And I saved, for instance, $300 per month just by narrowing down my list from 50,000 to about 25,000 by getting rid of the people who weren't clicking emails for months. So what you want to do is go to your contacts page. This is just getresponse.com/contacts when you're signed in. They'll have something similar for whatever other email marketing services you have. You want to do something like add condition. When you're looking at all your contacts, go to details, contact details. You want to do subscription date is before, usually like 3 months ago is what I would do. So if they, subscribed about 3 months ago or so, or before that, and they haven't clicked on, so they've been around a while and they haven't clicked anything in months, then that is kind of a red flag, and I'm paying for someone who's not actually going to, visit my website or my YouTube channel or buy products or anything like that. So these people probably just subscribed to get your freebie, whatever that was that got them to subscribe in the first place. Or maybe they just lost interest. So you can add another condition that, okay, so these are people that have been subscribed a while. The last contact action was, instead of doing message opened, which would be, if they just read the email or if they just looked at it, that's not what makes you money. It's when they click the link. So when they click the link and give you more information or ask for a consultation or buy a product, those are the ones that make you money. So you're looking for the people that actually click links. So last click date was, say, before, whatever the, probably about the same time as, when they subscribed or so. So if they haven't subscribed in the last few months and they've been subscribed for a long time, then you can usually get rid of those people, or you can also send them an email once you've segmented that group of your list. Send one email to that group and be like, hey, I haven't seen you, click on a link in a while, or I haven't seen you engage with my emails in a while. Would just like to see if you wanted to remain on the list or not. If not, you can unsubscribe or you will be removed from the list. If so, click this link to let us know you want to stay on the list. So do something like that. It'll save you hundreds of dollars per month, if not thousands, once you get a really big list. But like I said, it saved me like $300 a month from going to 50,000 to 25,000 without sacrificing any of my active people who actually click on the links in the emails. So do that. That will save you a lot of money and make your list open rate much higher. So number 2, another thing you want to do is maybe experiment with double opt-in or single opt-in. So either you can have people be added to your list as soon as they put in their information and say a lead capture page or a pop-up or something like that. However you're collecting leads, they would automatically be in your list after they put their information in. That's single opt-in. Double opt-in is when they go to some kind of thank you page or confirmation page after they put in their information that says, hey, go to the email that was automatically sent to you and click this link to confirm that you want to be on this list. So there are pros and cons to doing this, but if you wanted to turn this on and off, usually you can just go to lists and go to settings next to the name of that list and then go to subscription. For instance, this is how GetResponses works, and then go to require additional confirmation double opt-in. So if yes, you want to click that on web subscriptions, API subscriptions, or both. So API would be like with pop-ups. Web subscriptions would be like through a regular, lead capture page, or through maybe a page you use with that email marketing service like GetResponse. So, when you do something like this, you have people who will they'll see an opt-in form or whatever, and then you can have a confirmation page. This will save you money, and you'll have more active subscribers. You won't have to do list hygiene as often, which was my first point, is that you'll have to clean up your list. You'll have to clean up your list a lot more often if you do single opt-in, because you'll have a lot of people putting in, fake emails, or they'll never check your emails because they're just trying to get, your free whatever you gave away as like a lead magnet, or whatever got them to subscribe in the first place. Usually you give away something for free. A lot of times people will get that free thing and then never check your emails after that. So you'll want to do something about that. And then you also want to make sure that you have a high open rate. That's a good thing to have just for your emails, for your bounce rate, for getting your emails delivered properly and getting good traffic, all that kind of stuff. So you can do double or single opt-in. A lot of bigger companies do double opt-in, but single opt-in it's easier for people to do that if you want to make it as easy as possible for people to subscribe. You'll just have to clean up your list more often. So if you have a lead capture page or something, it'll just look something like one of these. You can look up pictures of these all over the place. They'll get a free ebook or something usually, and then you'll either have it where they're on the list after subscribing on one of these pages, or they have to confirm, which will save you money, but it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to go through with the subscription. So the third thing you might want to do is do a lot of automation. This way you're not having to compose a new email every single day. You especially want to compose emails maybe if you're doing some kind of special sale or something, but if you're just trying to get people in a funnel, which is basically where they subscribe and they go through a series of autoresponder messages to hopefully buy something, then you can do autoresponders where you will have emails sent to them on specific days of the week or specific days within when they subscribed. Or you can also do RSS to email, which is a great option. I know GetResponse has it. I'm not sure about all the others. I'm sure they have something like that though, where you can create your latest blog post, your latest YouTube video, and it'll automatically send an email that has a bunch of templates and stuff that automatically fill in and will get people to go to your latest piece of content. So if you have content, RSS to email is probably the way to go. You can go to basically email marketing on GetResponse and then go to RSS to email to create that. And then that's what I would do for like a blog or a YouTube channel or something, if that's mainly what you're doing. And if you're trying to get more sales, of course, you want to do an autoresponder and just have people go through that funnel. Look at the open rates, look at the click-through rates, always be tweaking that. That will help you a lot. But that way you can do pretty much everything automated between autoresponders and between RSS to email. So for autoresponders and GetResponse, for instance, you would just go to autoresponders under communication tools and then go through that, and you'll pick however many days and what time zone, based on their time zone, they should send it and all of that. So everything can pretty much be automated for sales and for content marketing this way. Now, the fourth thing I would recommend is to segment your lists. So have very specific lists instead of having your entire blog or your entire, subscriber base going to the same list all of the time. Now, it's very easy to do that, to just have a big general list, but a lot of people are interested in kind of subcategories of your content, especially if you're like a blog or something like that and you're selling stuff off of blog posts. So for instance, Digital Marketer is a great example of this. If you ever subscribe to them, they'll have a lot of different ways for you to subscribe, but if you go to like their blog, they'll have a different lead capture page or a different list for the type of blog post you're subscribing on. So if they had an email marketing category for their blog, because this is a marketing blog, if they had an email marketing category and they had someone who wanted to subscribe, they would have a special list for that. So then they know for sure that that person is interested in email marketing instead of just marketing in general. Then they would have like a blog marketing category and then a separate list for that. And then they would have all these different separate lists. Another example would be like fantasy pros. If they were doing email marketing, they would have a separate list for people interested in only fantasy football, only fantasy baseball, only fantasy basketball. And then you might even go even deeper. You might have people who are only interested in daily fantasy basketball. Maybe they're not interested in season long. So you can go to all these different links to get a higher open percentage, higher click percentage, and make products that are more geared towards those people and increase sales because you're getting things that are very specific to that person and that group of people. So, you want to create things based on the categories of your content and not just your brand and having a general list for that brand the whole time. So a general list is great, but when people click on something, have them go to another list for people who click on that specific category. Last but not least, you want to experiment with the way that you are collecting emails. So a lot of times you'll see pop-ups on websites. Like I think I saw one pop. Yep, there's one on Digital Marketer. This is one of the great places to study marketing is digitalmarketer.com. They use pop-ups. I know a lot of people don't like pop-ups. I know they can be annoying, but it works. It still works today, even in 2020, and it's still one of the best ways to convert people to subscribers and ensure that they see the offer that you're making. Now, you can also have pop-ups that are segmented by the category of blog post that they're on. And so you can have the most targeted pop-ups and the most targeted email list for much more efficient marketing that way. Now, you can use a lot of different tools for this. I would recommend different things like leadpages.net. They have a lot of really good tools. You can create full page lead capture pages, or you can do pop-ups and things like that. Hello Bar is really good. It's actually been created by Neil Patel, if you've ever heard of him, very well-known digital marketer. So you can have a full page pop-up. You can have a bar like the one at the top here. When you start to leave a page, you'll usually see some other kind of pop-up, but you can have a pop-up, just over in the bottom right corner. And here's an example of what it looks like if you just do the bar. So this is with Hello Bar as like a test on my website. You can do likes on Facebook. You can do collecting emails. You can do a lot of things. Optin Monster is one of the more well-known ways of getting pop-ups and collecting leads and improving sales and things like that. So if you're building funnels, Optin Monster is a great choice as well. Here's one of their opt-in forms right here as a pop-up version. And then you also have something like pop-up plugins for WordPress. You can get some that are specific for WordPress, like Ninja pop-ups, for instance. Pay like $20 or $30 and get something that you can do long term without having to pay a monthly payment. So that's one thing you can do. You can go to codecanyon.net to find those. But make sure that they work on both mobile and other devices as well, because half or more of your traffic is going to be from mobile. You want to have some sort of pop-up, whether it's in the bottom right corner, whether it pops up and covers the whole page, whether it's just in the middle like most of those websites I just showed you, or whether it's like a Hello Bar type thing that scrolls at the top, like this one or the one on my site that I was showing you. And you need to be able to collect emails in the most efficient way possible, and that's a good way to do it. So those are my 5 email marketing tips and tricks. Hopefully this will help you save money, get a higher conversion rate, get more traffic, get more sales. And other than that, I will see you in the next video.